KCL News, I am Zunayra. These are the headlines. First, Eureka Corp BHD wins a total of RM 58.28 million housing project in Terengganu. Election Commission Sarawakians has urged to vote on Saturday despite COVID concerns. Lastly, 2 police has suspected an attacker dead in Colombian explosion. Let's go to the first one. Eureka Corp BHD wins a total of RM 58.28 million housing project in Terengganu. December 14, Eureka Corp BHD will develop an affordable and mixed housing development project on 99.75 hectares of government land in Dungan, Terengganu for a provisional sum of RM 58.28 million. Its subsidiary, Eureka Development Terengganu SDN BHD, IDTSB had accepted a letter of award LOA from Koperasi Permodalan Sahabat Terengganu BHD Ko Sahabat to develop the project at Kampung Baru Kuala Abang through privatization. IDTSB, which specializes in construction, engineering, and real estate development, will begin work on the project this month with a completion date of December 19, 2024, according to a filing with Bursa Malaysia today. This proposed development would consist of 284 houses and 5 commercial units aimed at the B40 market. Eureka stated that following IDTSB's acceptance of the LOA, both parties will enter into a binding contract agreement outlining full details of the project's term and conditions that are mutually agreed upon and acceptable to both parties within 3 months. According to Eureka's managing director, Muhammad Hasnul Muhammad Ismail, this latest contract win reaffirms the company's commitment to providing affordable housing for Malaysia's underserved segments. Over the years and before the COVID-19 pandemic, there was an obvious mismatch in the pricing and affordability, he said. Next. Election Commission Sarawakians has urged to vote on Saturday despite COVID concerns. In Sarawak on December 14, the Election Commission has called on the public to go out and vote in the 12th Sarawak election in this Saturday to fulfill their responsibility despite concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic. Acknowledging that Sarawakians are now worried about the spread of the virus, State Election Commission Director Jasni Jubli said candidates and representatives of the political parties should play a role in encouraging the public of fulfill to responsibility to vote. The Election Commission is targeting a turnout of 70%. So the Election Commission calls on political parties and the media to encourage people to go out and vote. We know that we are in a COVID-19 pandemic and all people are concerned. Among the reasons the turnout is likely to decline in the polls this time is because people everywhere are worried about COVID-19 infection. However, I believe political parties should encourage people to go to the polls to elect their representatives. I am confident that many Sarawakians go to the polls, he said. He said this while being a guest on the Bicara Sarawak program produced by Bernama TV today. Meanwhile, Jasni said the Election Commission had not received any reports of misconduct by candidates in campaigning and found that the process has been smooth. 2 police has suspected attacker dead in Colombian explosion. December 14, at least 2 policemen died from 2 explosions near the airport in the Colombian city of Cúcuta, on the border with Venezuela, which forced the suspension of operations at the air terminal, according to authorities and an AFP photographer. The suspected attacker managed to cross a wire fence to assess the runway at the Camilo Daza International Airport in the city of Cúcuta, close to the border with Venezuela, police said. At first, explosion took place there, scattering the suspected bomber's body parts. Later, our explosive experts have surveyed the area, found a suitcase that exploded, killing 2 officers, said Cúcuta Police Chief Colonel Giovanni. Defense Minister Diego described it as a terrorist action and suggests the attack could have been coordinated by Colombian rebels. We reject and condemn this terrorist act that aims, as always, to destabilize the country, said Molano. He added that National Liberation Army rebels and dissident guerrillas from the disarmed former Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia operate in the area. These organizations often plan, finance, and develop their attacks from Venezuelan soil and look to perpetrate them in Colombian territory, Molano told Caracol. Following the first explosion, the Aeronautical Authority suspended flights at the airport. That's it, folks. This is Zunayra Zaki from KCL News. Good night.